So this is something I'm putting together. I've got 2 spot LED pods and 2 flood ones. They're all Nilight 18-watt pods, so that's 18 watts a piece. So at 12 volts, that's going to be 1.5 amp. So between all 4 of those, it's going to be a 6 amp draw if I do it on one circuit. The way I'm connecting these, instead of just the spade bits, I wanted to do these nice little plugs. I got a whole kit. You got the 1 all the way up to the 6-pin plugs. And when you go to put this together, you start off with the little yellow rubber deals that help waterproof it. Put them on so that the neck of it is facing where the plug is going to go. And then on the back there, that's where they're going to seat. For this end of the plug, you use these little box end looking ones. And then for the other side, which it'll plug in inside there, there's going to be 2 of these pins. Those pins stick out. To put these on, you use these pliers here, and I found that this 18 to 20 gauge right here is for the smaller, that middle ear right there. That's what goes over the actual wire, and then this back ear goes over the jacket. And that one, I use the 18 to 14 right there. So 20 to 18 is for the wire, 18 to 14 is for the jacket. Set this up so that it might be easier to see. When you put these on, you seat the end of the wire. That's better. So you've got the actual exposed wire. That's going to go into the middle ear there. We're going to get that 18 to 20 right there. Crimp it down. We get the 18 to 14 like that. And the way these are set up, you have the little round deal, and then you've got the side that the ears go in and looks like a little top of the heart type deal. Rest it on the bottom there and see how it's pushing the ears in. And when you get to that point, you're going to have to put some pressure all the way down. Now that's nice and snug. Now that we have these attached nice and snug, don't forget to put those on first, then the connector. On this connector, you need to open this up to unlock it. Just like that. Now it's in the unlocked position. On the back here, you've got a 2 and a 1 for the 2-pin. Number 2 is the one I've been using for the power side. So with these ears facing the number, so those ears facing the top, push it in until you hear it click. And you may have to rotate it just slightly just to get it to line up right. There we go. We got a nice solid click. Same thing here. Just like that. Then you push that back down. Now they're locked in. Nice and solid. Push the waterproof deals on the back. It's better if you use a plastic pick, but I don't have one of the plastic ones, so just be careful if you use a metal flathead so you don't damage anything. And just kind of work it down until it's flush. Just like that. So now that one's done. Now we're going to do the other side. Just like that. Now that plug's done, and I've already done the other 3. So now I just need to work on the wiring harness side, as well as these ones that sit on my hood, and those just have this clamp that clamps on the edge, so there's no drill in there. These Nilights, I got these Nilights have the Nilight magnet mounts for, it was for a light bar, but you can use the individual mounts for the pods, and it's working great. This is what I have so far. I've got, for as far as my circuitry, this is my 12 gauge coming from my battery into a power distribution block. You got fuses in line, and for the 2, they're actually 60 watt pods, so they're going to take 15 amps. The 4 are actually 18 watt pods, so they're going to only take 10 amps because it only draws 6 on those lights, and it takes like 12.5 on the 2. These wires here go to the pods. These white ones go to the switches. These black ones are going to go to the ground. I'm going to just ground them right here to the sheet metal screw that I made. I made this little sheet metal platform. It's going to go right here, and I had to move my washer fluid thing, which I found out has a leak. But I've got one down there and one mount right there for this, because there was enough room in here for everything, and it keeps it out away from the hot stuff. So that's what I'm working on right now. I still have to wire up the actual harness coming from both sets of lights to the relays though. And I just bought these relay kits on Amazon. They're 40 amp relays. I do have the 14 gauge 2-wire for the LED pods. I'm using this for the other half of those connectors. And this is what I'm using for the harness side. So you've got your rubber grommets, and I meant to do that before I strip the wire because it's easier. Yeah, it's gonna be easier if I just recut this. And I think these connectors are meant for smaller gauge wire, but they work with the 14 gauge. I'm probably going to use this 14 gauge for my 2 spotlights on the hood, and I've got a box of 16 gauge, so it'll be easier to work with for the bumper lights. And the reason for that is just because of the amperage that they draw. The bumper lights aren't gonna draw as much as the hood lights, so the hood lights get thicker gauge wire. And with these, you don't want to strip too much, because just a little bit is what, just about that much is all that's needed to sit in the pin. Just like that. And then the 18 to 14 gauge for the jacketing or insulation, whatever you call it. Just like that. When your connector plugs in, it's going to plug in like that with the little tab on top. And my red wire is on the right, so it's going to go on the right of this one. So there's 2 little slots. You kind of gotta wiggle it around. I don't know if the camera picked that up. Same thing with this one though. Make sure it lines up. Click it in. Slide the jackets in the back there. What I'm doing is I'm going to take this, plug it in. Until it's fully seated. I'm gonna take this, chop these wires, get this out of the way. Just like that. And I'm using these little connectors like this. They're fully plastic on the outside so they won't ground out. But inside they've got these little blades that push down onto the wires. So I'm going to match up my... Oh, let's twist these just so they get a nice good contact there. Fully seat it in there, just like that. Drop the middle one, because that's the one you're putting in. Same thing here. Fully in. Drop the middle one. Alright, so I got everything wired up so far for the hood lights. I used a butt connector there and a ring connector just to the plate there. This will tuck back behind the washer reservoir. So that wire, that white wire right down there, if I touch that to the battery, theoretically everything should work and the headlights should come on. Just to test this, I got an alligator clamp on that white wire to the relay there. Tried it once and forgot the ground was off. So when you take a power wire from 12 volt to the relay takes the load. And so you're going to just go to positive to that switch point. And you can actually hear the relay click. Just like that. So that means I have a good ground for my panel that I made here, which I'm happy about. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click on this playlist over here to watch all my truck camping videos.